Hello everyone. This video will show the general rule for transformation of function. That includes the piecewise functions. If y is equal to f of x is a function, then the equation in graphing form, transformations of this function, can be written as y equals a f of b of x minus h plus k, where our a, b, h, and k are parameters. We remember that the parameter a vertically stretches or compresses the graph, while the parameter b horizontally stretches or compresses the graph. On the other hand, this parameter a vertically reflects the graph. So it's going to reflect the graph upside down, while the b reflects the graph horizontally. So it's going to reflect the graph side to side. On the other hand, our parameter h horizontally translates the graph, while the k will vertically translate the graph. So using this equation that we have right here, so how do we transform a piecewise function? Now let's look at some examples. Now let's look at this example. So we're given this graph f of x. So this is a piecewise function, and we're supposed to sketch the graph of f of x minus 2. The first step that we're going to do is to determine some lattice points. So if we say lattice points, these are points on the Cartesian coordinate plane that have integer values. So this is an example of a lattice point. So this value right here is actually -8, -3. This is another lattice points. So I'm going to draw more lattice points on this graph. We can have infinite number of lattice points from here, but we will just consider these lattice points we have here. The next step that we're going to do is to determine the value of x and the value of y for each point. So we're going to start with this. So the x for this is -8 and -3. So I'm going to go ahead and write -8, -3. The second dot here is on the x, it's -7 and 0 on the y. So I'm going to go ahead and write -7, 0. And then I will write the coordinate for the rest of these points. Okay, the next step that we're going to do is to sketch the graph of f of x minus 2. If we look at this, we can go ahead and say that we already have an f of x here. We are going to subtract 2 to each of this. So I'm just going to go ahead and write this notation right here. So this is f of x minus 2. So that means we have a -3. I will subtract 2 to it. So -3 minus 2 is -5. We also have 0 minus 2 is -2. And then we have 3 minus 2 is 1. We have 2 minus 2 is 0. And I will do the rest for these boxes here. Okay, the next step that we are going to do is to sketch the graph. To sketch our graph f of x minus 2, we are going to pair up the x and the f of x minus 2. So to start with, we have -8. So I go -8 and then go down to -5. So it's going to go down here. And then the second dot would be -7, -2. So that's -5, 6, 7. Then down -2. And then I go -6 and 1. So that's -6. And then that's 1 right here. And then we have -4, 0. -4, 0 is going to sit right here. And I will draw the rest of the dots here. And let's connect the dots. If you notice, our red graph has been translated 2 units down because our f of x minus 2 means that from the f of x, we go down 2 steps. So it was vertically translated downward. So that means that from this dot, it went down 2, it went down 2, and all the rest of the dots went down 2. That's it. If you find this video helpful, consider hitting the like button and consider subscribing for more math videos. See ya!